What is up, people? Van from the Vaniverse Gaming Channel here with another video on Conan Exiles. Today's video, I'm going to update my guide on the dungeon, the Temple of Frost. My other guide is kind of out of date at this point. It's over a year old. A lot has changed, and so I'm going to spend the first couple minutes of this video going over some tips and things before you head there, and then we'll get into the actual dungeon itself. Some things to note before you go is that this is one of the dungeons where you have to have cold resist. Depending on what gear you have on will drastically affect how successful you are in this dungeon. So that's what we're going to do here first. So before we start, I recommend being level 51. All the dungeons up to this you could do at a very low level just because there wasn't a lot going on. But this is one of the 3 that really start to get hard, the 4. So being level 51 is important. As level 51, I'm wearing the veneer fur. I'm only wearing the standard veneer fur. If you are able to find a Nordheimer, so right here you'll see this guy, a Nordheimer Armor 3, or a named Nordheimer, then you would be able to make an exceptional and a flawless version of this. And the better version you have, the better cold resistance you're going to have. So right now on the basic, my cold resistance is 3 bars. If I were to be wearing exceptional, it would be 4. And if I were to be wearing flawless, it would be 5. So I'm making this video without exceptional or flawless on for the people who haven't been able to go and find a tier 3 or 4 Nordheimer armor in order to craft this. If you were going to look for a Nordheimer armor, I would recommend right up here. This is what? F10. So right around F10, all up in here, there's these little camps. In between these towers here, there's some camps. You should be able to find yourself an armor up there that would be a Nordheimer. Mound of the Dead, they also could have a chance over here in, what is that, B11. They also have a chance of finding yourself a tier 3 or 4 armor that's a Nordheimer. But if you don't have a tier 3 or 4, the other thing you're going to want to have is spiced food and Highland wine. Now, in order to make the spiced food, you just need a stove. I believe the stove is unlocked at level 29, and then the fermentation barrel is unlocked at level 37. So those are what you're going to need to make Highland wine and spiced food. That's going to help you maintain your temperature when we're fighting up there. So on the stove, to make either, spiced steak, spiced haunch, whatever you want, you just need some spice and whatever raw meat. Spice is real easy. You just throw some seeds into the grinder, and then that'll get you the spice you need. Getting the alcohol is a little bit harder. The Highland wine requires purified water, Highland berry pulp, and leavening agent. And so basically, in order to get the berry pulp, you need this press. So the press is made at level, where's the press? Right here, 28 fluid press. So that'll make you your berry pulp. And to get Highland berries, you just need to be up in this area, right around here in this green area. All up around here is where you're going to find Highland berries. And then also in this green area is where you're going to get the leavening agent in order to make alcohol. I do believe leavening agent can also be found in the jungle as well. But since you need the Highland berries, you might as well go up into this green area right here in order to get this. So once you have some Highland berries and you have the leavening agent, you also need purified water. It's made in the stove with a water flask. In order to make water flasks, you need to have at least a tier 1 medicine man. They are in all sorts of camps, but I can guarantee you, right here by the dregs, he's going to be the last guy before you hit the stairs to go to the dregs. There's going to be an alchemist there all the time. Level 1 to level 3. So guaranteed. So once you have an alchemist, you can actually make or fill a water flask. So you need a glass flask. So glass is very simple. You just throw crystal in a furnace. It's going to turn to glass. And then if you, on your blacksmith bench, you can make a glass flask mold, 15 iron bars. Throw that in there with the glass and then hit start, and it'll turn your glass into flasks. And then you just take that glass flask and you can take it to any water source, a well, statue of refreshment if you have a Mitra altar, or just any water, and fill that up. Put it in the stove and turn it into a purified water. So a lot of starter work, but that'll get you your cactus wine and your spiced haunch that you're going to need. You'll also notice that I have a hardened steel sword on me. We can learn the recipe for black ice weapons when we go up here. You have to have hardened steel unlocked, and the hardened steel sword is what you are going to convert into a black ice item. You need to do it while you are actually at the altar. It requires some black ice, and it also requires, I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. So just make sure you have what you need before you go. This is a hike to get to this place. So coming prepared so you don't have to do this more than once is a challenge not to do it. But once you get there, you can unlock the obelisk. You can even throw a map room there if you want, because in this area is also where you go to farm star metal. So I think that covers all that. I'm using an ancient pike, level 50, with an advanced weapon kit on it, which you get at 51. That's why I'm level 51. Attributes 40 strength, because I'll be doing a lot of heavy attacks with my my pike. I got the 20 in vitality, so I can get the temperature effects being diminished. I got 20 in grit just for the stam regen, and then 10 in encumbrance because of the weight of all the stuff I'm currently carrying. Along with me, we can bring pets. I'm not going to bring a greater shellback because he's too big. He gets in the way. So I'm going to bring a greater hyena. If you have not seen my video yet on how to farm a greater hyena, just click on the icon on the top right, and that'll show you how to do it. So I think that's all the prep work you're going to need. Have to have hardened tools unlocked, be level 51, bring a hardened steel sword with you, and make sure you have enough for the temperature protection. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make sure that there's... we'll just go here. So it is quite the hike to get to this place. There is a lot of creatures to run across, so be extremely careful. You are going to run into saber-tooth and mammoth and all that, so this is a very difficult place to get to. Make sure to bring bedrolls, lay them as often as you can so that if you die, you're close by to your body. And so what we're going to do is just kind of port right up to where we need to go so we can actually get to the dungeon part. Alright, so my hyena should have come with me. He might pop in here in a second. But you can see right there is the obelisk. We're going to want to attune to the obelisk before we even enter here. Okay. Waiting on our hyena still. This is also where you're going to get black ice. There's some black ice out here. So you're definitely going to want to bring with you a pretty good harvesting pick. Still don't see my hyena yet. He should be coming soon. If he doesn't come, we might have to figure that whole thing out. I could have swore I told him to follow. All right. And then the other thing to note is there's some recipes we're going to pick up as well before we enter into this dungeon. One of them's over here. I heard him. There he is. One of them's over here. This totem right here, if you click on it, it will actually unlock a recipe. Right there. Totems. And then there's also some other recipes that we're going to unlock before we go in. All right. So you can see right now I'm only at cold, so we're fine. We're just going to go in and we're going to aggro these guys and start fighting. All right, so we're very cold, still fine. You don't take damage until you are at extremely cold. Okay, I will tell you that a lot of times before, the vitality perk at 3 would give you regen, so where if you were extremely cold or you were frostbitten, you actually could heal through the frostbite and the extremely cold by having the 3rd level vitality perk. This one right here, which says you gain passive health regen, but it has since been nerfed really bad. I don't know if it's intentional or if it's a bug, but at this point, putting 30 points into that perk is not worth it. Once they fix it, it will be, but until they do, it's not. Okay. And I will tell you that the other big thing they changed on these pets, I mean on these bosses, is that they now have this cold snap ability. So what'll happen is that if they hit you with a weapon, you can see my hyena has cold snap on him right now. It basically puts a cold debuff on you. So if you're already cold or very cold, you will instantaneously become frostbitten. It is not fun. So hopefully, usually when you fight these things, you're going to pick up spice food. So if you didn't make any, you can probably grab some here. And if you're getting too heavy on carry weight, then you may want to put all your stuff onto your hyena pet. All right. Now I will tell you, here's where we're going to start pumping in some wine and some food. Be careful on how much wine you drink. It is alcohol, so you don't want to get the debuff and get poison sickness, alcohol poisoning. The other thing I will show you, okay, so I'm extremely cold right here. So we're going to back up because extremely cold. You can see my health is starting to go down. The one thing I will tell you is that when you eat spicy food, you get thirsty faster. So when I eat my spicy food, you'll see my food goes up, my water goes down. So then I drink some wine, that puts my water up. And now watch my temperature. I'm at very cold. So we're just going to run. We're not going to fight any of these things. And the goal is to get through this area right where I am. You will get frostbitten if you don't drink and eat. We're going to try and run to a spot where we can get out of it. So you can see I'm still warming up. I'm extremely cold right now. The goal is to... Whoops. We want to get past this guy. And once we get up into this hallway, we should be fine. So you can see I'm very cold right now. And then up here, I'm good. So once you get here, you should be good to go. All right. So you can see I'm currently fine on temperature and whatnot. So if you want to bring regular food with you or spice food, it doesn't really matter. But just, it's up to you. So my health is low. So if I had regular food on me, that would be good. But I don't. So I'm going to eat a spiced one. All right, you also notice that in slot 5, I have purified flesh. The reason why I have purified flesh is because if you eat a purified flesh, it gives you water and food. And so if you've drank too many Highland wines, then having the purified flesh is helpful, because if you drink regular purified water here out of your water flask, then what's going to happen is you're going to get a cold debuff on you. You're going to cool down. You don't want to cool down in this place. That is for sure. Alright, so you can see just using the level 50 spear with that 40 points into strength, the additional damage from heavy attacks, our pets tanking, these guys are going down extremely quickly. You can see I'm looting certain things off them, black ice, heavy steel, that kind of stuff. My water is going down because I ate that spicy food. So if I drink some wine, it'll go back up. I can drink another one, but after 2 is probably where you want to stop. All right, so we're gonna kill the boss up here because we want the journal update since we're coming. But before we fight him, there's gonna be 2 guys to our right and our left here that we want to fight and kill them. They should aggro here in a second. Okay, we don't want to aggro more than one of them, and we don't want to get the boss. Okay, so there we go. Okay, our pet should be coming here soon, unless he decided to go fight something else. Okay, so we got cold snapped. So as soon as you get cold snapped, watch your temperature gauge. Where is my pet? Please tell me he's not fighting one of the other ones. I don't know where. Oh, there he is. That was weird. Roll, roll. Okay. He's having a hard time here, it looks like. I'm cold snap, but because of where I'm sitting, I'm not going to frostbite yet. I'm just very cold. But our pet is not here. Whoa. Okay. Cold snapped again. He should die. Okay, dead. So extremely cold right now, and that's because of the cold snap debuff. So what I can do is drink some wine. And that should take care of that, and we should be doing fine. Now, I could also eat some spicy food. That should help with our health. That'll help with the cold, but we got to keep an eye on our thirst meter. Okay, so we got a guy to the left here, and then we can take out the boss. Bring him back. Hyena is attacking the boss for some reason. Okay, good. Oh, got cold snapped. Should be okay though. So you can see our pet, he's a grader. He's doing real good. Okay, dead. We got a level. We'll loot that and that. Okay, so we're getting some good stuff here. We're doing fine on the warmth. We are going a little bit on water, so I'm gonna drink another wine. Okay, as long as you keep drinking and let the "you're feeling tipsy" go away, you won't get drunk, and we'll be fine. All right, so we have the boss left here. So this guy should be pretty easy. Same fight as the other ones. Really no different mechanic. He's just a little bit harder, hits a little bit harder. You got to be careful being behind him because of their swings. A lot of them are pretty big swings. I'm also trying to position so I don't hit my pet, because I don't want to hurt my pet. So you can see right there, even though I was behind him, I took damage. So I got cold snap on, but I'm doing okay. That's a big one. Get out. Oh. So that's really the only difference that he does that the other guys don't. Let's get out. Roll. Okay. So he's almost dead. Pet's not even half, so we should be okay here. We got a couple more big fights to do. The pet should make it. If you bring food, you can actually put food on the pet, and he'll heal up slowly but surely just by having food on him. In case you don't want him to die when we go to the next area. Because right now, we're just killing the boss for the journey update. And then after we kill the boss for the journey update, we're going to learn the recipes, and then we're going to go make ourselves a black ice weapon. Where, oh god, get out. Where we'll also get another journey update, which will help us level. Okay, he's dead. He's dead. There you go. So we got our journey step. We'll loot him up, get whatever good stuff he has. Okay, cool. Harvest him if you want. There's a chest back here if you want to loot the chest. And then right here is where you're going to learn your black ice pick, black ice throwing axe, black ice javelin. It's your frost smithing. And then I believe that's it in this particular room. So once you get through here, the next thing to do is to go to the actual... There's an actual blacksmith in this area that you have to go to in order to make black ice weapons. So this and the volcano are both this way, where the volcano has a spot to make specific items. This has a spot to make specific items. In this dungeon, you need cold resist. In the other dungeon, you need heat resist. So, all right, here we go. We're going to drink some wine, eat some food, and we're going to run. All right, so pretty much there's only 3 paths in this zone. There's the one that's straight, which we just went. There's this one to the left, which takes you into a room with some chests and some more frost giants. And there's this one to the right, which takes you to the blacksmith, the smithing area, where you have to kill another boss and a couple other of these guys. Now, this area is extremely cold, so you want to get through here as fast as you can. And you're going to fight right here. Right here is a good spot to fight. It's not cold. You can do a pretty good job here. So here he'll come... We want to kill this guy so he doesn't aggro us when we kill the other ones. But you definitely don't want to fight in this area. Hopefully if you pull back, your pet will pull back. But he might not. Alright. So we're just going to have to have at it. Now if you stay here too long, you will get frostbite and you will take damage. But because of the pet, we don't really have a choice here. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's get out of here because we're extremely cold. Alright, and we'll come right here. Alright, so you can see I'm getting extremely thirsty. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to eat my purified. You can see my water's going up, but it doesn't do anything to my temperature, which is really important. Now that purified meat, you can get that from a Yogg altar. If you chose Yogg or you found the trainer, that's where you get that. So that's the benefit it has in this. So we're full food, we're full health, but look at our pet. Our pet is 3,100 health out of 8,000, and we have 3 more big guys to fight. So at this point, you may want to take a break, and you may just want to rest and let him kind of heal up. We don't really have any food for him, or you can press on. I feel like we can probably take out some of these other guys, and then let him heal up for the boss. We'll see. So it looks like the boss came, but the other 2 didn't. So let's do this. So our pet's taking a lot of damage. I'm not quite sure if that's from the cold snap because he's getting cold, to be quite honest, because I don't think I'm bleeding him. So I'm not quite sure where he's taking all that damage from. So this is a boss guy, so he should be like the main boss where he's a little bit stronger. The other one should not be as strong. Ouch. Okay, so I just got cold snapped. So we're going to have wine, and we're going to eat some spiced meat. We're going to let him do his thing here. So I did bleed him on that one. My pet is bled, and that's my fault. Oh boy. Oh boy. So you can see we're frostbitten now. We got cold snapped too many times. So we're going to be taking some severe damage. We're just trying to kill this guy before my pet dies. Still frostbitten, so we're taking some damage. That's the problem, is you can't heal when frostbitten. So as soon as the cold snap wears off is when you're going to have to do your heal. Okay, he's almost dead. So is our pet. Okay, we got him. All right. So that's that. Okay, so the poor pet, he's not looking good, but we're doing okay. You can see, where is he? He's at 964 health. So he's getting wrecked pretty good. Let's see if we can throw some roasted haunch on him, if that'll heal him quicker. Looks like it's doing a pretty good job. Alright, so I'm going to eat some more purified. And then we're going to take out these last 2 guys, and then we'll be able to get to the smithy and make the black ice and then get out of here. Now, this is also a great place to farm black ice. And so if you are here, you're going to need black ice for a lot of the tier 3 building materials and stuff. And so this is a good place to farm that. Let's see how he's doing. He's got 1,000 health. Let's keep that on him. So did that cool me down or warm me up? It didn't do either. Okay, so it increased my encumbrance. We got a good meal from that. All right, let's go take these guys out. We might not even need our pet on this. Dude, pet, what are you doing? Oh, God. We can survive this. I don't think our pet's going to survive this. As long as we keep him separate, he shouldn't take too much damage. Okay, we're extremely cold. We got cold snapped. Get out, get out. Okay. So our pet should be doing fine against one by himself. It's just those bosses that hit a little harder for him. Okay, he's dead. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, you're doing good. he's half dead. Just don't want to kill my own pet. Okay. Got him. Alright. So there we go. So we cleared it all out. We got some more spicy haunch. Let this guy heal up. He needs all the food he can get. Let's give him everything. Eat it all, buddy. Eat it all. Okay. And, okay. So now if you come up here, this is the smith. So right here, the Frost Temple Smithy. So this tells you what you want. You're going to need black ice, and you're going to need the hardened steel. So you can choose a broadsword or a longsword. You can also make some other things here if you want, as long as you have black ice and the pick or the item. So I picked up a pick while I'm here, and then I brought along a hardened steel sword. So all I need is black ice. So I didn't bring a pick with me because I'm silly. So let me take this pick quick, and we'll use it before we modify it. So we'll use this to go get some black ice. So right in this other room where it's cold, that's where all your black ice is going to be. And that's what we're going to use in order to make this. So right here, this is all black ice. Okay, you can see I'm getting very cold here, and I'm encumbered. So I'm going to drop the regular ice so I am not encumbered anymore. I got a lot of black ice. I don't need all this right now. Seriously? There we go. Okay. So now this, we can take this back, and now we can make our items. So I'm gonna make both. I'm gonna throw this in here, and that, and then I'm gonna make one of those, and I'm gonna make the broadsword. So there you go. So once you complete this, you will get you'll get another journey for creating a black ice weapon. And then the other thing I will tell you is you should have, if you had wine and you had spicy food on you and veneer, you actually should have gotten the maintain temperature, which would have been another journey update. But I will tell you, beneath us is a white dragon. There's a white dragon down there. Full-size dragon, so looking for some fun, you want to fight a white dragon, there is a white dragon underneath the Black Temple. I'm sorry, underneath the Frost Smithy here. So just FYI. So we're waiting for this to be created, and then this is going to be created, and then we will get our update there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, just give it a like. A little bit more in depth. This is probably one of the harder dungeons in the game now with that cold snap debuff and with just having to prepare before you come. So hopefully this guide was helpful. Van from Vaniverse Gaming Channel, thanks for watching. Cheers and peace out.